And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. I'm also an anime and manga fan and I love Yuri. So I think me and Yuri are going to bond really nicely here, you know. In Doki Doki Literature Club, I'm going to write poems to impress my crush and try to find romance. Now the problem is I've never had any romance in my life, though I'm a gaming YouTuber. And if I were to start writing poems, I am fairly certain that Shakespeare would come back to life to try and strangle me. So I think my odds don't look good. Hey! Hi! Question mark, question mark, question mark. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Oh, who is this girl? That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Alright, main character, so you're saying that you have a childhood friend that's a girl and you're saying she's annoying? You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. And she's hot. Pass the controller if you're not going to play. Like you're calling her annoying? I'm about to start biting my shirt out of jealousy right now. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. Pout. That's mean, ffhycf. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think that we are a couple or something. Is there any way to like shut myself up? Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Okay, look, the reason you think that I'm not mean is because you're a hot girl. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, ffhycf, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. And that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. I did? Did I? Even I don't know if I did. I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our mini conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Okay, I don't deserve her. Sayori likes to worry a little bit too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. You have an anime life, bro. Just start paying attention to real life. I was talking about how I am worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Yeah, it is. And I know you're happy now, but I died thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. There's the time for me to like insert jokes in here. This is like getting a little bit serious right now. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relate to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. I guess she is exaggerating a little bit, yeah, I can see that. The school day is as ordinary as ever and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Okay, look, this is kind of like a superpower of mine. I can stare at a wall for like a few hours and I won't even get bored. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. This is the club pipeline here, okay? All of you listen. So first we choose the club that has the most beautiful girls, alright? If that doesn't work out, then we choose the club that has the most beautiful like club president or like teacher over it. And if that doesn't work, then we don't choose a club. And we resign and go to another school that has those things. Because there is no point in going to a school that doesn't have one of these options at all. So first we're going to go into the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you would come to my club. Okay, I'm seeing a good option here. Sayori, yeah? Question mark, question mark. There is no way I'm going to your club. This man is not even trying. Like, seriously? Wait, is that the secret? If you don't try, you become a harem anime main character? Is that why none of them ever try? Meanie. It's working. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Oh, so she's even the vice president. So if I go in there, I cannot do anything and slack off. Best of both worlds, we need to go in there really quickly. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. Okay, I'll give you that one. She doesn't look like she would have any interest in literature. I would agree with you there. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Oh, it's a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Look man, the only thing that you're going to find in the anime club is a bunch of dudes. I know because I also like anime. Don't go in there. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Natsuki. That sounds like a girl's name. Don't make promises you can't keep. Can we elaborate more on that Natsuki figure? I can't tell if Sayori really is that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I can say a lot of good things and like nice things about Sayori. I don't think cunning's one of them. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Well, if it's a good cupcake, that's a worthwhile deal. People sell their soul for way less. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Okay, so I'm the new member of the literature club, guys. Definitely a new member of the literature club. In fact, I love literature. I like write stuff sometimes and it like comes out as like full sentences. Those are words that like combine into sentences. You get what I mean, right? Like you also do literature stuff. So yeah, girl one. Sayori always says nice things about you. Good job, Sayori. Best wing woman. Now the thing is, I actually like have a short-term memory loss. I know, really serious. So what I need is, I need help to like get into the classroom. And I know you might say that I should ask Sayori. I think she also probably doesn't really know the way to the classroom. How about you just give me your number and then whenever I forget about the way to the classroom, I'll ask you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Is that Sayori but shorter and like with pink hair? Way to kill the atmosphere. Are there no boys in here? It looks like my teachers were correct. Literature really is important. ffhycf, what a nice surprise. It's all girls and they're all hot. Yeah, baby! I'm never ever going to leave this club. Welcome to the club. Thank you. ... Don't ... me. Look at them. All words escape me in this situation. Okay, to be fair, if I looked at them, all words would also escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Yes! Finally, he's thinking straight. We have him, one of us. What are you looking at? You. Okay, that might get me called a creep. I think there are like books there in the background and I'm here for literature, not anything else. So I was looking at those books. If you want to say something, say it. So sorry. Seriously, man, you're going to stutter at a time like this? Natsuki? Is she a tsundere? The girl with the sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. I'm also an anime and manga fan and I love Yuri. So I think me and Yuri are going to bond really nicely here, you know. You don't say things like that. Alright, she's the one. I got her, guys. I now know my purpose in being here. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Don't worry, I'm also like very mature. Don't dislike the video, okay? I'm just playing it up for the channel. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? So she's Monica. So the tier list right now is Yuri first, Monica second, Sayori third, and Natsuki fourth. It's great to see you again, ffhycf. Monica smiles sweetly. Okay, yeah, she's definitely in the number 2 spot. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. How could you fumble that? Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. I can see why. Basically completely out of my league. I know the way to get a girl out of your league. and that is to give her pancakes. I did it once before. But on a more serious note, I guess we can try to be funny. Like, that's really the only thing I guess I could have. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little, you too, Monica. Where's the charisma, bro? Is your humor the friends we made along the way? Say something funny. Come sit down, ffhycf. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Here's the thing, guys. I was exercising and I exercised a lot, so like my legs and like my butt hurt. So like, would it be possible to like sit on a softer surface like one of you? Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Alright, if you guys keep on doing this, I think by the next week I'll be on my 600-pound life. But sure, I'm not complaining. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yes! Girls, put all the food straight into my mouth. Pump the tea into my veins. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward? This man is hopeless. I take a seat next to Sayori. We're not going by the tier list order. All of them are good choices, okay? It's fine. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Even she can smile. Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate we used to make ears. Okay, Natsuki is making a very good case for the number 3 spot on the tier list. Sayori is in danger. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around with my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down! The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. She said she made the cupcakes herself, so the icing is probably also made by her. I would guess so. This is really good. He didn't fumble here at least. Alright, it's fine guys. What about the poems? We can just do this for like 5 more Namekian minutes. And then after that, we can start doing the poems. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like she's actually just a tsundere. Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Babaka? Where's the babaka? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, I will punch you in the face. Well, maybe, but not for you know, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Why am I so dumb? Is this why I fumble the bag every time? How am I going to get any one of those girls at this rate? All of them are out of my league. If I keep going like this, the only person left in my league is going to be like Jabba and Shrek. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? Yeah, books. Where are the books though? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri is just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. No, you idiot, we need to keep up the story. We came here for reading, literature, books, and like words and sentences. And I guess grammar too. I don't know what they do in literature. I never paid attention. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. She's doing the rock eyebrow raise. So what made you consider the literature club? You? Well, when I woke up, I was really filled with like determination to write alphabets and like letters and symbols and stuff. So that's why I'm in the literature club. I was afraid of this. It's fine, just say books. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay, don't be embarrassed. Is this an angel? We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? Okay, I think that's an angel. As president of the literature club. Wait, she's the president? It's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. Yep, I also hate politics. We have the same interests, you know. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. The club is closed after I join it. Nobody else is joining because I know that there are probably like 50 people at the classroom doors just like hearing this conversation, ready to jump in here and steal my chances. And I am not going to let that happen, okay? It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. If someone got into this club, their attention would be captured. Not because of literature, obviously. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. Just by looking at you, you can convince basically everyone that you're fun and worthwhile. Again, I don't really know what you're talking about, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different goals, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. If it allows me to be in this club, I will become the greatest, most passionate poet ever. Although I don't really know how rhyming works. But I learn everything that I need, okay? Just let me stay in this club. So ffhycf, what kinds of things do you like to read? So once they hear my answer, they're going to try and kick me out of the club. What should I do? How should I plan my next move? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. Okay, that was way too bad of an answer. You don't even need to kick me out. I'll kick myself out. What am I doing? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. And it's quietly muttering to himself, this man has no riz. Natsuki's head suddenly pokes up. She likes manga? It looks like she wants to say something but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? That's my way of thinking. I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, I would think that Yuri really likes reading Yuri stuff. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Oh, something like Lord of the Mysteries or Reverend Insanity? We have common interests, yes! The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Okay, Yuri, if I start glazing those web novels like I do, we'll be here for 20 minutes and all the viewers would leave. So unfortunately I can't, but I do agree with you. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. I am also passionate, let me speak. Game, stop muting me. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Do I find my comfort in silence? Why am I not saying anything? Speak! Use your tongue and your mouth, and this is going to get weird. Please, YouTube AI, I'm not saying anything weird. Don't demonetize me. But you know, I like a lot of things. Yeah, and I also like a lot of things about you. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Yeah, totally. I've always had that experience for sure. Okay, I haven't. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I can't really get into horror books. If I'm not seeing it in like a movie with like sound and stuff, I don't actually really get scared. Maybe my imagination is too weak. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Okay, listen man. If you can't keep up with the conversation and you're just being a rock, then you need to work on yourself and become the rock. That's the only way you can get these goals. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, I just don't tell me she gets scared. Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? Looking at you, you left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud" and give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Okay, so everybody just teases Natsuki. She might genuinely be about to go on the third spot on the tier list, guys. Natsuki fans are about to eat. Sayuri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! If you say that with that face, how do you expect anyone to believe you? Like, even look at your expression. That's like the classic anime cute expression. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. If I can write poems and think that they're fine, I would think your poems are at Shakespeare level. I'm not a very confident writer yet. In order to succeed in a creative field, even confidence is not enough. You need to be delusional and narcissistic. That's the way to win. I understand how Natsuki feels. Okay, Yuri, I'm not trying to belittle you, but I'm fairly certain that if I read what you wrote, even I might just subconsciously get better at writing stuff. That's how good it would probably be. You're like the kind of person that scores full marks even after they say that they aren't good at studying. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. I told you, it takes narcissism and delusion. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Okay, look guys, I might show you the deepest experience of my heart, but I think if I showed you that, all 4 girls from the club would run away and probably move to another country. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm sorry, but I can't show everyone my heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. ... I guess it's the same for Yuri. You know what? I'll write. Let me. I'll do it. I'll make a poem. This is my time to shine. My shamelessness and delusion are going to let me win once again. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. Read mine. We all sit in silence for a moment. What am I doing? Make me write poems. Someone force me to write. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. ... Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. ... Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all to get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Yes, we want that bond. Really strengthen it. Quick. You super glue on that bond. Isn't that right, ffhycf? Yeah. Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Okay, Monica, you might just be an angel. If you keep this up, you're going on that #1 spot. That assist was crucial. I was pulling my hair out of frustration at these characters and the main character. Hold on, there's still one problem. What problem is there? We got the poems ready. And what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. You know what club you should join? The You're Going to Die Alone club. Because seriously, man, what is this? This is not it. Sayuri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. This is the time to make decisions. This is the perfect time to make decisions. Make decisions. I still have other clubs to look at now. You have 4 different varieties of eye candy in front of you. Just join. I lose my train of thought. You had thought? I was thinking that was only failure filled in there. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. So what club are you even going to join next? Huh? Anime club? Manga club? Gaming club? Okay, I guess that one might be cool. But still. But I'm sorry, I thought... ffhycf. You all, I am defenseless against these girls. Why are you even letting it get to this point? Make a decision. Are you going to join or not? Stop wasting all of our time. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? Okay, if you can't make a decision with the upper part of your brain, think with the lower part of your body. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, then I'm writing poems. It's obvious. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Yes! One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Alright, main character. This is the time to use Zavarudo and stop time. We have the perfect moment. What are you doing? Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay everyone, I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. ffhycf, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Always remember main character, you don't need to be good at it. You need to be delusional and narcissistic at it. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. When I look at these girls, I also feel a lot of things welling up inside me. But they're not anxiety. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey ffhycf, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore. Because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yeah, sure, why aren't we doing that before? Just wait for her, bro. What are you doing? Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Look at them! Yes, you will be happy. Everybody would be happy. If you were to pick the gayest man on earth and put him in that club, he would still be happy. So what are you even thinking, man? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. I have an idea. And I know this is going to sound ridiculous, but we have the perfect harem setup here. Do we try and go for it? I say we do. I just need to make the most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Oh, I need to write the poem! Yeah, baby! But I think that is going to be it for this video, guys. So we have managed to enter the literature club and now we have to do the actual hard part of making a poem. My literature skills are so bad that the only poet I know is Shakespeare. So I think I am cooked. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe and comment down your favorite moment down below. Thank you for watching.